Hello, this is Bethany Daly with GetKnitPeg.com as well as Authentic Knitting Board and at their site at knittingboard.com. And I'm here today to go over with you the stitch style that we're using in this square, which is Bunnies on Parade. You see the little bunny heads and they're all marching in rows. And that's done with an interesting technique. And it's abbreviated by a slip 2 working yarn in front, purl 2. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So I'm going to remove this so you can see really well. I've just done a few rows base to get us started. We're just going to jump right in. So the first 2 steps for that is to slip 2. And so that would be over these 2 pegs first. So one of the ways to do that is to just lift the loop off the peg, slip your working yarn behind the peg and in front of the loop, and replace the loop back on the peg. Then you would do that for the neighboring peg. Same thing. Oops. Like that. So there's your slip 2. And with working yarn in front. And then the next step is to bring it around the second peg, back behind the second peg and behind the first peg, and bring it back around as if we didn't do any of that. It's just like back to the beginning. And then we're going to go ahead and purl peg 1 of the 2 and 2 of the 2. And that is done. That's slip 2, working yarn in front, purl 2. And then we're going to do it again. Now there is another way to slip the stitches when you're carrying the working yarn in front, which is really simple and fast. And that is to just go as if you're going to purl the stitch. And instead of lifting the old loop off of the peg, you just place the new loop over the peg and slip down. Now because you didn't remove the old loop, you've just really done the same thing as what we did before. It's the working yarn is slipped down behind the peg and in front of the work. So let's do that again. Just go as if you're going to purl, lift that loop over the peg and cinch it down, and you can feel it release when it's loosened from your stitches up here. So that was slip 2, working yarn in front, carry it around behind these 2, and then purl. Okay, let's do that again. I like the cheaty way. It's much more simple and quicker than the other way. But if you feel more comfortable the other way, you can do it too. The outcomes are all the same. So I wrapped around and now I'm purling. Okay. And we're slipping yarn in front, wrapping it around behind both pegs, and purling. If it'll let me. There we go. And just once more, I'm going to do it the original way so that you can see that one more time. Oh, so we're going to lift this off just in case that's your preferred method. Put the working yarn back behind and replace the loop. Loop off, working yarn behind, replace the loop, bring it around behind the 2, and purl. then this is just a border peg, so I'm just going to purl that too. Okay, for row 2, when we start to come back, our border pegs will be knit, so we just have one for this example. And then it will be a purl, 1, and then it's just a simple repeat of purl 1, slip 1 with working yarn to the back. So all you do for that is carry it behind the peg and ignore the front loop entirely. You just skip that. All you do is carry it behind and then purl, carry it behind, purl, behind, purl, behind, purl, behind, and then yes, on this last one, this happens in the pattern as well. You'll just knit that. You slipped it in the back, working yarn in the back, and we're just going to the final one before, right as the border ones start, you'll knit that instead of purling. Okay, then to go back, it's just purl the border, and then it will be a slip 1, purl 1. So actually for 2 rows, our slip ones and our purl ones will be right directly on top of each other. So they won't be alternating. So this peg will always be a slip 1. This one will be a purl 1 all the way across like that for these 2 rows. So slip 1, purl 1, slip, purl, slip, purl, slip, purl, and then a repeat purl for our border. And then the 4th row in the repeat of 4 rows is just the knit all the way across. And then the stitch consists of those 4 rows. So be sure and stop by knittingboard.com at the blog and check out Bunnies on Parade. So you can learn this really cool stitch. The pattern is there for the stitch and this 8x8 square. And check out the back side too. Isn't that cool? It would make a really great reversible item, like if you're making a reversible hat. It's great for blankets, scarves, you name it. Thanks for stopping by.